you've taken a peek of these features before, then you'll know that we always love to explore and discuss the local area that surrounds the properties that we're here to feature, and today very clearly is no exception to that rule. But the one thing that is slightly different about today's feature is that today I'm talking to you not just as an estate agent but also as a local resident, and who knows, maybe even a future neighbour. And that's because today we're filming in the wonderful, if not slightly overcast seaside town of Cleveleys, the spot where over half a decade ago I decided myself to down roots and buy a property with my family. Now for me personally, there was many reasons why I chose Cleveleys as a great spot to set up camp. First and foremost, there's some incredible schools, some fantastic nurseries, a bustling high street with as many bars and coffee spots as you could wish for, not to mention some fantastic restaurants for those rare nights away from the children. But outside of those practical benefits, the landscape is absolutely fantastic, and I can tell you that even on a slightly miserable day like today, walking along this coast is a great way to brush off the cobwebs and plan forward for the future. And speaking of planning forward for the future, if you've got a new property purchase on your horizon, then today's video is one that you don't want to miss. Today we're here to visit a beautiful 3-bed semi-detached property just 5 minutes away from this very spot. It's got a very warm, cosy, cottage-like feel, and on top of that it's offered to the market with no onward chain delay. So if that's whet your appetite, let's go and get ourselves a coffee and make our way over to 16 West Drive. Welcome to Escape to the Field. So here we are, I've got my favourite tipple of coffee from the coffee stop just a few minutes round the corner, and here we are at today's featured home. Now if you're familiar with West Drive, you'll know that it's a popular residential area. It's made up of really unique, architecturally diverse homes, and as you can see for yourself, today's property is clearly no exception. Now this home is set back on a generous plot behind a gated entrance, giving you great privacy. But on top of that, you've got ample off-road parking for multiple vehicles. The driveway actually extends right down the side of the property, taking you to this private garage, which is perfect for stowing away those bikes and boots. Now the property has got fantastic curb appeal, but I can't wait to show you inside, get cozy and warm, and tour you around this fantastic home. So without further ado, come with me as we take a look inside. Now from the seaside to the fireside, you join me now in the family lounge here at West Drive. Now at the start of today's video, I did describe this property as having a very warm, homely, welcoming, cottage-like feel to it. If that wasn't evident from the outside, it certainly becomes crystal clear here in the family lounge. We've got this gorgeous gas-powered fire which does a great job of warming this entire house, but also it's a brilliant focal point in the space. You can just imagine the whole family wrapping around this fire at night after a long walk on the windy beach. Outside of that, we've got this bay window feature to the back of the home, which is large enough to house a dining space. Quite the area to relax with the family. Now this property has got the incredible benefit of being extended, and it's in the extension that we find the family kitchen, a brilliant bright open space which is practical in that it offers an incredible amount of storage. The fridge freezer has been cleverly stowed away under the stairs, making the most of the floor space. Whilst this kitchen has got its practical benefits, I've got to say that I love the finishing. The nautical inspired lights really are in keeping with the seaside location. The accommodation here at 16 West Drive has recently been cosmetically overhauled. There's a brand new light grey floor tile which gives a great modern finish to this home. The floor tiling extends to the front reception room where we find a dining space which features another gas powered fire as well as a beautiful bowed window giving you an outlook to the leafy gardens in the front. Now, I'm a self-confessed property geek, so whenever I'm visiting homes, it's always a pleasure to learn about the history and the heritage. So I was over the moon when presented with this earlier today. This is a printout from 1906 when this section of West Drive was featured on the Cleveleys Cottage exhibition. Now, as we turn the pages of time, the opening sentence is, "The house of the Englishman is his castle." And whilst the male-dominated narrative might be outdated for 2022, the sentiment still remains. Our home is the place where we feel safe, the place where we feel sheltered, and the place where we close off the rest of the world. And I've got to say, this home's got a really good feel to it. Now, there's still so much more of this property left to see, so let's take a look upstairs at what the bedrooms have got to offer. The freshly carpeted stairs follow a horseshoe configuration, and just off the stairs we've got the family bathroom. It's a three-piece suite featuring an overhead shower. On the stairs we've got an enormous double glazed window which absolutely floods this space with natural light, a feature that works really well with the vendor's choice of design and decor to open up this space. Upstairs we've got three great sized double bedrooms. The master room faces the front elevation of the home with enough space for movable storage. The rear two bedrooms are both a great size, one of which features an original fireplace. Now pardon the terrible pun, but the more eagle-eyed ones amongst you will notice the bird feeders spread across this garden, and that's with very good reason. If you listen closely enough, you can actually hear the birds tweeting in the trees that surround us. Now, if an outdoor space is important to you, then you'll be delighted to hear that this garden is facing in the right direction. That's right, we've got a south-facing aspect. The vendors have opted for a fairly low-maintenance setup with a Wendy house at the bottom, which I think will make a great spot to get some tranquility and even enjoy a book or two. Now, whilst you're getting acquainted with the outdoor space, I'll get ready to meet you out front. So that concludes today's tour of number 16 West Drive, and I really do hope that you enjoyed taking a look around this property as much as I enjoyed showing it to you. Now, as we wrap up on today's video, it's still a fairly cold, drizzly day, so I don't know about you, but I plan on sitting down and getting cozy in front of that fire for some time yet. So all that's left for me to say is that if you're interested in taking a look at this property for yourself, then please do give me a call on the details that follow, and I'd be more than happy to help. My name's Ben, thank you for watching.